Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Davis will throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to go up top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. He'll try to really get into this one. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. And he muffs it, a loose football. He only needs a sliver of daylight.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. You got to take care of the football, big fella.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this...
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Davis looking to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They'll test the right side. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. And the Wolverines pick up the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly, running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Mano-a-mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back. And
with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Power football with the run. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they tacked on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Houston. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try it over the left side. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
It's caught. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fires to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Got a man in the middle. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Clemson jumps to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this. He's going for it all. He's got it inside the 30. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And this receiver is on fire. All the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're just about ready to kick it away. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. First down here for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. And And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The give on the inside. Tackled after picking up the first down. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After run, now throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Scrambling away. He's going to run it. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Davis will throw. He'll take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Push down for the tackle.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long, and makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Getting late lead here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. Got it! They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to pass it. Feeling some heat. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. He'll come out throwing on first down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A strike downfield. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. They're trailing by just 4 to Houston. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Morgan. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going up top. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And the ball is picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Quick completion on the out route. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe even matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
And it's loose. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. You use the play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, they weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't, and it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one. They got dudes beating some blocks, lots of speed in the front of that defense, and you saw it on that play.
Hands it off. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Little touch pass to the receiver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that? You don't see those touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Brings up 3rd down.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got him downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
They'll leave it with him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Pickup of 2. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Davis looking to pass. Grabs it in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the 1st down.
On the ground, it's Marshall. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Running it to the right. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Lets it fly. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He'll try to take it back.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Quickly complete. Oh, it's out! They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Clemson set up with another first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him серьезed up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
To the air, it's Raiola. Shoots it to the left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. They move on top here in the 4th. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Houston. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, we'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Davis will throw. He's got it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Coming after him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle, it's Morgan. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. This result going to open some eyes around the country. They've proven behind this passing game they probably need to be ranked a little bit higher right now in the top 10.
Yeah, and mission accomplished. This is how you do it. Big stage, everybody watching. You beat a team that's ranked higher than you in this fashion. Throwing the football all over the yard, explosive offense. This will bode well for the rest of their season.
Well, they've answered some questions, too, because they've got talent throwing the ball. Everybody knew that, but could they get it done against a defense like this? Well, now you have their answer. Absolutely they can, and if they keep this up, they've got big aspirations the rest of the year.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment.